Hello, I'm coming to you today with another resource. Today, I really want to focus on again creating a space for direct communication, speaking how we feel, using reflection, also using our ability to attentively listen. Communication this day and age is very hard. It's always been hard, but I think when we're thinking about creating emotional connections, um, as well as making space for other people. Our society makes that even harder these days since we're constantly consuming content. So something I often recommend for developing and facilitating conversation, especially within partnership, is decks of cards from the brand The Skin Deep. So this is one example of a box. You can see this one is the dating edition, but this brand from The Skin Deep, creates many different box editions, including long-term couples, friendships, family, and for example, this one, and I hold this one because I do work with a lot of young folks, and I find that communicating directly and being also able to ask hard questions for the person in front of us can be challenging. So this company I cannot recommend more. I too have used their products. I have given them as gifts outside of just the therapy practice. I think they are just truly wonderful. So I'm going to give you an example of what one of the cards reads. And again, this is a very specific edition. So I recognize this might not pertain to you, but I will put a link to a variety of the other boxes. So the cards look like this, and they just have different questions, okay? So, if I was sitting across from you and we were having a dialogue, we could agree to maybe do 3 cards a day or 1 card a day, or, hey, we got 30 minutes, let's knock through as many cards as we can. But for example, one of these cards says, if you had to change one thing about my style, what would it be and why? Now, again, that is not incredibly, personal necessarily, but it's creating dialogue, and that's really what this is all about. Let's see if I can reach you another one. Okay, for example, this is something that can get a little deeper, right? And again, things we might not necessarily know how to put into words. So it says, what's something you'd really like to experience together, but don't know? Let me start over. It says, what's something you'd really like to experience together, but no, we can't? Why? Right, so that would challenge the reader to ask the partner about something that maybe they're withholding or not saying, and it would allow them to create an open space to share that. And I think, again, we all need more of that curiosity in our conversations without defensiveness, without putting our guards up, to allow the person we're communicating with to share openly so that we can understand in order to grow and connect better together. So again, I cannot recommend this company enough, The Skin Deep. These sets of cards are called the And. There's many different types. I will link them all, and I wish you well on your communication journey.